Ready whenever you guys are.
Today we have Gordon and Sue Kriebel from Perk Valley Pet Eatery. Welcome to Gordon and Sue.
Well, thanks for having us.
Hi, thank you.
Why don't you tell our listeners where Perk Valley Pet Eatery is located and what exactly is a pet eatery?
The Pet Eatery, Perk Valley Pet Eatery, we're located in the Trapp Shopping Center in Trapp. It's about a half a mile west of Ursinus College on Main Street. The Pet Eatery is an outlet for foods, consumable treats, toys, and supplies, mainly for dogs and cats. We supply food, treats, toys, everything you need for your pets. We have a little bit for small animals and a little bit for fish, but we are predominantly cat and dog focused in the Trapp Shopping Center.
So you're pretty much specialists then?
We like to think so.
Yeah. Sure, we're a specialty retailer, sure.
Okay. You mentioned that you're in Trapp near Ursinus College. Do you get any of the students coming in with the pets or anything like that?
I think there's a lot of limitations there, so that's not really our primary customer.
A lot of time we'll get students that are far from home and are missing their pets. So they come to see what we have available for adoption in our cages. And our dog, Emily, who is a Cocker Spaniel, she's with us when we're there, so they get to see a dog. And all of our customers bring their pets, so there's always animals for the students to come and play with if they like.
So how many pets do you have, excuse me, in general that are actually in the store?
Usually, well, there's two resident cats. There's an orange, long-haired Persian cat named Simba, who's been with us about a year. And we also have a cat, Maggie, who's a resident in the store. So those two, have their own little following, I guess.
They do. Simba's quite the photogenic boy, and everybody's always wanting to tuck them in their pocketbook and take him home. He's pretty special. Well, they're both special.
As my wife said, Emily comes to the store with us and pretty much follows my wife everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Always has a tennis ball in her mouth.
So she's worn out by the end of the day. I'm sure the customers want to play with her, and just those are really cute dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, she enjoys being there for sure.
Yeah. So I understand that you have a tagline that goes along with your store, break free from the chains. What exactly do you mean by that?
Should I answer that, Sue? All right. What that basically means is we're an independent, locally owned family business. So what that means is there's things that we do that go beyond the chain store experience, such as excellent customer service and probably a higher bar on quality. We don't encompass all of the things that pet industry might provide. We're going to take a very critical look at that and offer things of quality to our customers. The staff overall would be friendly, knowledgeable, ready to really help and serve whatever your needs are. And I think that goes to a different experience than what you usually get from a chain store when that tend towards more impersonal and less service oriented than our business is.
Right. I'm really getting the sense that it is very personal. The same people that you can count on all the time are there, and you get to know the pets and the people themselves.
Sure, yeah, that's one of the best parts about having a pet store is getting to meet our customers. But sometimes we know the customer's pet's name more than we know our customer's name. So, but I don't think our customers mind that.
No, I think the customers probably like that you know their pets' names and so forth.
We do.
So,
we do.
So how did this all get started? That you started the store? When was that, and what got you started?
Starting the store, I guess Sue and I have worked together for about 11 years. She left the corporate world to come into my realm, and I've been in the industry for 35 years now, and that started with me taking a job in my hometown of Doylestown, basically as a laborer in a pet store and wholesale operation. I used to unload railroad cars of dog food, but then that evolved into me studying in college and gaining a small business degree, and then actually where I met my wife was my first job as a manager in a feed store in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, and that has through the years evolved to us having that store and additionally opened this Trapp business in 2003. And then we let go of that store in 2005.
The Lansdale store.
Yes, solely to focus on the trap location. And that's where my wife and I have been in business together since.
What are some of the challenges you face?
There's lots of those. Challenges, of course, beyond...
Sometimes the economy.
Yeah.
That's been a challenge. Of course, competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Main Street in general, the state of what Main Street is it loses momentum to online and and chain stores and mega centers, and just like that old Main Street feel really isn't the same as it was years ago. A generation ago, it was a totally different story.
We really try to resonate with people to support local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Us personally try to support as much as possible, but we are a local family-owned business, so definitely worthwhile supporting.
Right. And I think I hear that from people. Rather than shopping online, it is important to support the local businesses because it is your livelihood, and it's just...
Well, in October we'll be in business in the Trap area for 11 years, so I think we're doing something right.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, it's beyond the, like the Amex Small Business Saturday push that's gotten so much press over the last few years.
Right.
There's a Main Street roots effort, that refocusing people's attention back on local businesses that actually support the community. Right. So I think that's where it ties in a little bit more in the way people think now than I think it's making some steps back.
Try to get that message home to people.
Yeah.
Well, life has become so impersonal, so to know that there are places like this where you can go and connect and people know you, they know your pets. Even if they don't know your name, they know your face and they know who your pet is.
One of the things we really strive for is to make our store an experience. So there's so many things that we do that that make our store a destination and an experience, far different than the chain stores. So that's one of the big things that separates us.
Well, I like the thought you bring your pet and you go in and you probably make a big fuss when anybody comes in with their pet.
Well, it's just fun.
It's just what you do. It's
from
real.
Puppies, from 8-week-old puppies to senior citizens that the four-legged that come in. It's fun on a daily basis.
Our marketing group calls them furry family members.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
It sort of annoys me to say that all the time, but anyway, it's kind of that way. They view them as a family member. That's why they brought them out. So you kind of have to make a big deal about it. It is a big deal to the customer.
Right.
Yep.
And as you're talking about the older folks coming in, too, that could be like the highlight for their week, to come in and bring their dog or their cat in or whatever, just to say hi and to, stand around and chat, which is such a lost art anymore. So I'm sure you're serving a lot more purposes than, just pet care. So that's really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know my dog loves to go to pet stores. That's like the highlight of his week, going and smelling all the different smells and everything. Yeah. So what would you say is your favorite part then about your job? It seems so fun, and it seems like you can really connect with others and stuff like that, a really happy time of their life. What's your favorite part about the whole thing?
Yeah, the favorite part is actually I enjoy my floor time. I enjoy the opportunity to... And it's all about service and servanthood, basically. It's that mentality that drives the business. And I think that the time that I spend one-on-one with the customers and actually helping clients, they have real needs, they come in, it's difficult for them to find outlets for people that want to fill that void. I mean, you can always walk into an impersonal chain store, buy a product, but it's generally at your own risk, without a whole lot of support and counseling to back it up.
It's extremely satisfying when a customer comes back and you can see the overwhelming relief for joy in their face that their animal isn't itching anymore or has more energy or is just happier as a result of something that my staff or us might have recommended. So that's truly the most satisfying is actually being able to help our customers with issues. I mean, there's a lot of health issues now more than ever within pets, and we have a lot of solutions for those. So we take the time to to educate people and advise people on products and even some of the services that we can talk about that we have within our store that can benefit pets. Just our customers' pets being happy is what makes us the most satisfied with what we do.
Think about how happy those pets make those people. Most people don't realize, but if you live on your own or even if you live with others, how happy your pet makes you. I mean, how much joy you get from being a pet owner.
Unconditional love.
Yeah. So having a healthy pet and getting that great experience at your store, I'm sure really makes all the difference more than you can even realize.
We're not veterinarians, but we've been doing this for a long time, and it's just basic understanding of nutrition and safe products that really can make a difference for your pet.
And there is a lot of options out there that people may be familiar with through marketing and just the bombardment of messages to the consumer, that pull through type marketing that companies do. But not necessarily do they represent good choices. So it surprises people to realize that these big name items that they've been used to buying, consuming for their pets for so many years may be at the root of causing problems too. So that's always a discussion that we have at the shop.
Well, that's just so much like marketing for regular consumers. You go out and get the big gulp or whatever the item might be, and it's very bad choices when you consider health, considerations. So.
Right. Well, a lot of times you see commercials with bags with pretty pictures and colorful fruits and vegetables, but that isn't always what's represented in the bag. So, we try to educate people on the types of foods, the appropriate foods they should feed their cats and dogs.
So are the foods that they should be feeding their cats and dogs available in your store and not like in a supermarket?
Yeah, I would say that it's a difficult proposition for somebody to really get a nutrition-centered product at grocery level. It's very challenging. Most of the products that are sold there, they sell on price, positioning, on shelf positioning, and it's a pull-through marketing campaign to make a product awareness to the consumer. And in a model for us to sell products, really we get smaller companies that do not rely on that, nor do they have the deep pockets that can supply that model of marketing direct to the consumer.
They put their money into the quality of their food and not necessarily the marketing. So you're getting a better quality product, and your animal's going to be healthier in the long run.
And do the dogs like the new products that you offer?
They like eating things that are centered on, a dog or a cat really represents a carnivore, and a lot of the diets that are starch and sugar based don't really represent that. You give them a diet that centers around the things they should be eating, they usually like it.
Yeah, with obesity on the rise within animals and diabetes,
lots of health
really
problems.
A lot of health problems. I mean, we have a lot of solutions at our store. We can counsel on an appropriate type diet for certain diseases like that. It's one of the things that we do best at our store.
And as you say that, I also kind of use the metaphor with doctors. Not in the field that you're in. They don't know too much about nutrition. So veterinarians might not know as much about nutrition or have the time to share with their clients.
True. I guess not to be disrespectful of veterinarians, because I think their expertise is in diagnosing illness, and it is very centered around that in their education as they receive it. But nutrition, as stated to past employees and current employees that have gone through veterinary and pre-veterinary schooling, there's very little of it offered at that level.
Right.
And then I guess what vets do, tend to center around things that they are familiar with, but they are also some of the biggest companies in our industry. They may not be necessarily the best products for your pet.
Right, exactly.
So there's a challenge, and maybe there's a bit of a disconnect there.
But I do like hearing that you're building relationships with these people, and that's so important in our society today. Tell me a little bit more about general community involvement or events that you might have.
We are present in the community. We just participated in the Trap Collegeville Memorial Day parade. This was our third year. We were the Dog Biscuit Brigade. So we decorate our truck, and we had about 30 or so customers that came out with their dogs all decorated for Memorial Day, and so that was fun. We partner with Pets of the Homeless. They have a local branch to supply pet food to local food banks and soup kitchens.
Wow.
So we're proud of that we can supply food for that. And in turn to families in the area. Gordon and I are involved in a local trap business association, so helping to keep local businesses informed on what's going on within the business community. We do a lot of events at the store. It's what we're most well known for. This week is our June. We do Dogs Night Out in the park, so we meet down at Waterworks Park in the warmer months once an evening, once a month. We have our vendors, our pet food manufacturer vendors come out. We have local pet businesses, rescues. There's always a human refreshment. There's always a doggy refreshment. We set up baby pools. It's supposed to be. Of course, we picked June, the day this week is going to be the warmest day of the week, but we've got baby pools and a sprinkler and ice cream, so it's just a little mini pet fair that we do once a month in the warmer months. So
it's a social event.
It's basically a social event, yes. It's this Wednesday, the 18th, down at Waterworks Park at 6 o'clock, and there's also another event in July and another evening in August. So that's what we do in the warmer months. We have monthly birthday parties. We call them birthday parties. So if it's your pet's, it could be a cat too. If it's your pet's birthday, you come in and we sing happy birthday, and they get a cupcake and a goodie bag and pictures, and it's another social event that we do. What else do we do, honey? Well, on the weekends we feature our pet tasting bar. So if we always encourage pets to come into the store, but they can come to the tasting bar, and the pets can try treats that we actually have on promotion for the month. And if customers don't have their pets with them, then they get to take a goodie bag home. But that's something that we feature every weekend.
Yeah, it's like an active sampling program.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can
try before you buy.
Yeah, you can get a little take-home bag, or if your dog's with you, your dog can actually sample right in the store at the tasting bar, and then you have some opportunities to try things that you may have never tried at the store, and try them out on your dog or cat, and see if they like them, and then come back and purchase them at the store.
So that's something that people look forward to when they come in on the weekends. In the winter months, we do in-store seminars, nutrition seminars, rescue seminars, just a number of things that we do in the winter months. We have an annual event in the fall that we call Barktoberfest that usually draws thousands of people to the park.
Yeah, we had about 3,000 people there last fall at Waterworks Park, right in Trapp. It's about a quarter mile from our store.
That's a fun event.
Right.
Within the store, in addition to the nutrition counseling that we offer on a daily basis, our assistant manager, Linda, is a certified canine massage therapist, so she accepts appointments. I often get a back rub, so it works to my advantage as well. We work with Jerry Wagner from Barkbusters. She does basic obedience classes 6 or 7 times a year. We now have a veterinarian that will come in and do some chiropractic services.
She's both a chiropractic practitioner and a veterinarian.
Dr. Linda Womer.
But she's basically at her store to provide chiropractic services
for dogs. That's something actually brand new to the store. So it's another service that we offer. But we do a whole lot. There's always promotions. There's always something going on at the store that the customers can come in and experience.
I wish I didn't live so far. I'd be over. It's about an hour ride from where I come from, but it sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like you're actually cutting edge on a lot of this, that there's not too many other people doing what you're doing. I wouldn't think the chain certainly can do the scope of what you do in your
They don't
store.
serve a community. They serve, they basically sell and promote, and they work with, again, they generally partner with the biggest companies in our industry, and and they kind of rely on brand awareness and convenience and the mega shopping centers to provide service to an area. But where it comes down to really servicing a community, I don't think they do those things.
Right.
They might portray it that way because it suits their needs, but I don't think they actually do it.
Okay. Do you sell pets at your store?
We do not. That's a decision we made years ago, although in our original model in Lansdale, when we first started in business, we were a full-line pet store. We had aquariums and small animal pets, never dogs and cats for
we've
retail.
Never sold puppies or kittens.
Yeah, those we've never got involved in.
Fish, frogs, snakes, hamsters, rabbits.
I think around 7 years ago we made an active decision, a decision to move away from that and support solely rescuing of, and I guess to this day we have a cat rescue active in the store through Spay and Save organization, which is a rescue organization. From
we have 3 adorable little kittens right now, 8 weeks old, so it's fun.
Yeah, that's what we do. We do not sell pets at this time.
And then for dogs, do you have certain rescue organizations that you point people to?
We do. Actually, if you check out our calendar on the website, we have dedicated rescues that come like the first Saturday of the month, the last Sunday of the month. So there's about 5 or 6 that we deal with actively within the store on a monthly basis. So you just need to check out the website. They do meet and greets. So they bring dogs available or cats available for adoption. So it's a nice draw to the store. But we also like that we're providing an opportunity for the rescues to showcase what they have available for pets and support them in that fashion.
All right. Was there anything else that, I need to find out about your website where we can get information and so forth?
Well, there are lots of ways to get plugged into what we do at the store. We do have a website. If you're a mobile phone user, which most of us are, smartphone user, we have a mobile website, which you can just access by searching for Perk Valley Pet Eatery. The mobile site comes up. That'll take you to our Facebook page. That will show you our events. Coupons, things like that on the mobile site. We also have a texting program, so you sign up for that, and then you can receive text message promotions, event notifications. I said we have a Facebook page, a very active Facebook page. We also just got involved with Twitter, so we're doing Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. So
and what are your names on those social media sites so people can look that up?
Well, I believe PV Pet Eatery is our Twitter sign or call, or I'm still new to all that Twitter. I understand Facebook totally. Instagram, it's either PV Pet Eatery or Perk Valley Pet Eatery. But out on Pinterest, you can find lots of boards with pictures of new products, of Simba and Maggie, the birthday parties, all that kind of stuff that we do, and so we have monthly promotions within the store. There's 12 to 15 each month where they're very visible at the store, and then we promote them at the tasting bar on the weekends. So we're very active with promotions and coupons, and there's never a way that our customer can't save by coming into the store. There's many ways for them to get plugged in and also to save at the same time.
And can you remind our listeners again where exactly you're located in case they're just tuning in now? Where is
Perk Valley Pet Eatery is in the Trapp Shopping Center on Main Street in Trapp. We used to be located up next to the Dairy Queen right on Main Street, and we moved about 19 months ago down into the Trapp Shopping Center. So we're down next to the CVS in the Trapp Shopping Center, which is about a half a mile west of Ursinus College on Main Street.
Great.
So
that's very good to give little landmarks like next to the CVS.
Next to the that always helps me.
You can't really miss us. We're down there, and it's been a really good move for us. The Trapp Shopping Center is coming alive again, so it's exciting for us and exciting for the community.
What's making it come alive again? Do they have a new anchor or something? Or
well, we can't really.
We're
not allowed to divulge other things.
It's almost signed and sealed. But Bhavani Asian Indian grocery store / restaurant just opened up next to us. There's a little doggy salon moving in, grooming, and
a self-service dog wash and a grooming shop. So that will be a new business there. Also a new I think Bollywood.
Right.
It's
a salon.
It's a beauty salon for humans, I guess. So you got both humans and
but
dogs.
there is a
drop your dog off and go.
Right.
Go get yourself all prettied up.
Sounds like.
But in the Anchor store, we're really excited about what's possibly coming in there. It would be a real win-win for the shopping center and the community and the kind of customers that would also shop at Perk Valley Pet Eatery. So. Without divulging that, we're not really sure what we can say about that.
No, but that's good. People can be on the lookout for that as well.
It's very exciting. I mean, in the community where shopping centers are, Anchor stores are leaving and stuff. The shopping center is actively coming back to life. So it's good.
Excellent. Great to hear. Well, I think as far as I can see, we've covered what we wanted to cover. Was there anything else you wanted to add before we get into our freedom, liberty type question?
Well, Gordon and I are extremely passionate about what we do. We wouldn't be in business if we didn't love pets and the community. So we encourage people to, even if we don't sell the pet food that you are currently feeding, we're more than just a pet food store. We've got so much to offer between our events and our staff and our knowledge and all the fun things that we do. We're definitely worth a stop to check out, get plugged into. I think you'll find that we're a really nice place to shop at.
Yeah, I would say so. Also, it's worth the extra stop for somebody to visit that Main Street business that goes the extra step towards contributing to the community, rather than just selling to the community. We do a lot more than that, and I think that customers that understand that, and I think there is a bit of a grassroots movement back towards that in our country right now, and I would just welcome people to come out and experience what that looks like, how it plays out.
And I'm just focusing also on what you said before about you're really very good at diagnosing what a potential problem might be in terms of nutrition, because that could be like the ground, place to start with what's ailing your pet.
It's the best thing. It's nutrition, the biggest, most important thing for you to
for humans
serve,
and for animals.
Feeding
from working from the inside out to help with health problems is a solution. Medicine and things like that. Medicine isn't always the answer. Sometimes nutrition can take care of things.
Most times.
Yes.
That's my own feeling on that anyway.
The nutritional products that we have in the store, this year we're proud to be able to say that as far as flea and tick is concerned, we've moved into the 100% natural category. What that means is that we've eliminated any of the more commercially known flea and tick products. We've moved away from those toxic flea and tick products, those active ingredients within those products. Don't really want to name them, but you see them on the commercials and they're recommended by veterinarians. They contain toxic chemicals that aren't safe for your pets or your family. So we have moved away from all of those. We work with a couple of products within our store, Natural Chemistry, Alzu, that cover all the bases from the spot-on applications to collars to sprays. Actually, we have a mosquito bracelet that humans can wear that repels mosquitoes. We've just taken a stand. We've learned a lot about the products. The toxic chemicals are banned in other countries. They're carcinogens, neurotoxins, and like I said, they're unhealthy for your family. They're unhealthy for your pet. They can cause a lot of health problems down the line. So it's something that we're very passionate about. We can provide information, but we have everything to keep your family and your pet safe from fleas and ticks this summer.
Yeah, I think that's great. A lot of people are, at least with their own diet, I think more people are starting to be more health conscious for their pets, like what's safe for them and natural. And what for people who do switch over from these harmful chemicals and whatever the generic brand is to something that's better for their pet, what's their reaction? Are they pleased with that? And what
they are? People, we started out with the one product line last year. We sold lots of it, and people have been coming back asking for it again. It's just really important to consider what the toxic chemicals could do to your pet. Do research. Look at the active ingredient within the products that you're currently using, and just do your homework, as well as vaccinations. Just make sure what you're putting into your pet is the right thing. And we're happy to talk about it at the store. Like we said earlier, we're not veterinarians, but we do our research. We've been successful. We really feel like all natural products for flea and tick are really something for you to consider.
Especially, I think, maybe for families who have young children,
Absolutely.
Putting that harmful thing on their pet.
The dogs and the cats are on the couch, on the floor, in their beds. I mean, even next to you sleeping in bed, you're touching those toxic chemicals. Do research, find out. It's scary what you're going to find out there. So definitely consider your options. We've got some great ones at the store to help keep your pet safe from fleas and ticks.
Yeah, one more thing we'd like to mention where we talk about products of a higher quality. Now, not necessarily does that represent a budgeted item that's going to be prohibitively expensive for your family. A lot of times, companies they think that something's going to cost more, but when in reality it turns out to be the same cost as an item that they buy currently that doesn't supply the same quality. The meat quality, the fat quality is much better than an item that they currently feed. A lot of times the model there is just the money goes into the product, and I think that's kind of a refreshing model. A lot of times it's marketing driven. It's a choice that people buy sometimes that they just know about it, but that comes at a cost. Things come to market bearing a marketing cost, and where you're actually able to come into our store, select items that represent a lower price for the value that you're getting you're getting a higher quality product at often a value price. Yep. So all budgets can be, we can supply pretty much an item that's going to fit your budget. Whatever the budget is, we can talk to you about that item.
Did you give us the address for your website?
Oh, our website is pvpeteatery.com. Okay. But if you were to go out and search Perk Valley Pet, it pops up, and you can get to us through a number of ways, when you just Google. Our address is 130 West Main Street. That's, again, in the Trapp Shopping Center.
Okay, and you want to give the phone number as well?
610-454-0045 is our phone number.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you for being here today. Now
we're just having us.
Yes,
thank you, Susan.
You're welcome. I wanted to also find out, since we're going to be airing this before Independence Day, 4th of July, what you would say liberty means to you as owners, entrepreneurs with Perk Valley Pet Eatery.
Well, in our opinion, we feel that we are extremely blessed as a family, as a couple, and as business owners. We're blessed that we are allowed to freely pursue the living that we've mapped out for our family, and our country allows us the freedom, of that expression and how we want to serve our community. And then also, in the same token, for how we want to play out our faith in this world and how we bring it out. So I mean that's a blessing. Not many people in the world have that same opportunity. Yeah. So that's what it means to us.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you so much. Did one of you have a freedom quote that you wanted to read as we're finishing up?
Sure. I would say like to quote something from Ronald Reagan. His quote was. The quote is, "Someday the realm of liberty and justice will encompass the planet. Freedom is not just the birthright of the few. It is the God-given right of all His children in every country. It won't come by conquest. It will come because freedom is right, and freedom works. It will come because cooperation and goodwill among free people will carry the day.